Good morning all of you. Today we are continuing the lesson pair of linear equations in two variables. See, in the last class we discussed what is the general form of a linear equation in two variable. What was general form of a linear equation in two variable? Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is the general form of a linear equation in two variable. We need two equations. So, we are taking this first one as a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and the second as a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. Okay. Then what we studied in the last class about this graph of this equations, we are getting straight lines for this first equation and the second equation. So, how many straight lines we are getting? Two straight lines, and we discussed how they can, means the lines may come, they are intersecting or may come parallel lines or coinciding lines, isn't it? Two lines may intersect each other or parallel each other or coincides each other. Clear? By drawing the graph, we will understand whether they will intersect or parallel or coincides. Without drawing the graph, we have a technique to find whether they will intersect or parallel or coincident. So, let us check that one. See the first equation, what are the coefficients of this first equation? X coefficient is a1, y coefficient is b1 and the constant is c1. And the second equation also like that, a2, b2, c2 are the coefficients of the second equation. We are finding the ratio of the corresponding coefficients, means x coefficients ratio. What will come x coefficients ratio? a1 by a2. Y coefficients ratio is b1 by b2. Suppose when we are finding the values, this will be some values, means 1 by 3, 4 by 2, like that some values. See, sometimes they may not be equal, they are unequal or not equal to. Suppose we got a situation like this, a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2, we can say they are intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. When two lines are intersecting each other, how many common solution to them? They have a single common solution, means that intersection point only their common solution. So, we can say one solution or unique solution, isn't it? Yes. Then next, if a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. Suppose we got a situation like this, a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 are equal but that is not equal to c1 by c2. That time we will get they are parallel lines. Parallel lines. For parallel lines, what about the solution? No solution to them, no common solution to them, to both of the equation. Okay. Then see, if a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 and that is equal to c1 by c2, then they are coincident lines. Coincident lines. That means how many solution? Infinitely many solution to them for these pair of linear equations. So, easily we can find whether they will intersect or parallel or coincidence, isn't it? How we will do? While comparing the ratios of the coefficients. I think you understood this one. a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2 means intersecting lines means one solution. And the second case is a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2, that is parallel lines and no solution. And the last one, a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. All ratios are equal. Then it is calling coincident lines and we are getting infinitely many solution to them. Got it? Okay. Then see, which are the cases we are getting a solution? See this case we are getting a solution, here also we are getting solution, means common solution are there for the two equations. They have a solution. either one or many. That time we will call these two cases, that time we will call the pair of linear equations are consistent. The equations are consistent. And this case, see the second case means a parallel case, no solution to them. That time we will call they are inconsistent. The equations are inconsistent. Why we are calling so inconsistent? Because they don't have a solution. That's why it is calling inconsistent. If they have a solution, we will call it as consistent. And for unique solution, we will call it as consistent. And for infinity many solution means coincident lines, coincides each other. In that case, we will call it as dependent consistent. Means both of them are same lines. That's why we are calling it as dependent consistent. So in your mind, you should not what you need to keep in your mind, if they have solution we will call it as consistent equation, if they do not have solution we will call they are inconsistent equations. Up to here is okay for you? I believe, no doubt. Then next, based on this idea we can do some problems. One problem is given x plus 2y is equal to 3 and 2x plus 5y is equal to 6. We need to check whether they are consistent or not. For consistent to check consistent or not, we can find a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2. See here a1 by a2 is, what is a1 here from the first equation, x coefficient is a1, second equation its x coefficient is a2. So here it is 1, we are getting 1 by 2 for a1 by a2 and this b1 by b2 is 2 by 5. How they are? They are different. So we are getting a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Means unique solution case. Since it has solution, we can say they are consistent. So these equations are consistent. Clear? Consistent equations. Then next problem. X plus 2y is equal to 3 is one equation. 3x plus 6y is equal to 5 is another equation. We need to check whether they are consistent or not. Start doing. We will find a1 by a2. We got it as 1 by 3. b1 by b2. Tell me what is b1 by b2? b1 is 2 and b2 is 6. 2 by 6 its the shortest form is 1 by 3. 2 common factor we cancelled. So we got a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. So we need to check what about c1 by c2. If it is also equal, they are coincident lines. If c1 by c2 is not equal, they are parallel lines. So we must check what is c1 by c2. c1 by c2 is equal to 3 by 5, not equal to 1 by 3. So we got a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. So no solution, these lines are parallel lines. No common solution to these two equations. Clear? That time it is inconsistent. Since they do not have solution, we can call it as inconsistent equations. Okay. Then one more problem. I am changing this 5 as 9. Now see the ratios. What is a1 by a2? 1 by 3. What is b1 by b2? 2 by 6, that is also 1 by 3. a1 by a2 is 1 by 3. b1 by b2 is 2 by 6, in short form it is 1 by 3. c1 by c2 is 3 by 9, its a short form is 1 by 3. See, all ratios are same. That means they are coincident lines. The lines are coincides each other. Actually, I wrote purposefully to make it as coincident lines. What I did to get so? See the first equation, x plus 2y is equal to 3 is the first equation. Second equation, I purposefully multiplied the first equation by 3 to give the example for coincident lines. See the first equation multiplied by 3. So 1x into x, 1x into 3, 3x, 2 into 3, 6, 3 into 3, 9. So we are getting coincident lines. Then we can make another coincident line for the to this first equation. Tell me another coincident line. Means you need to say equation for the line which is coincides each other. Coincident lines. Tell me how to make a line, one more line, how will you write? We will multiply with any constant number. Suppose I am multiplying by 10. So we are getting 10x plus 20y is equal to 30. Another one, we can multiply with another number, multiply by 5. So we will get 5x plus 10y equal to 15. So while drawing these four lines, we will get the same straight line. Clear? And see, if you are not making the C1 by C2 equal, instead of 30 another number you write, 18 I wrote. Then these two equations are parallel lines. See, A1 by A2, 1 by 10, 2 by 20 is also 1 by 10, 3 by 18 is not 1 by 10. So we are getting A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 but not equal to C1 by C2. So the lines are parallel. So it is easy to make parallel lines, coincident lines and intersecting lines. Tell me one example for intersecting line. One line is given, 3x minus 4y is equal to 7. What we need to do? We need to focus. We are not supposed to get A1 by A2 and B1 by B2 equal. We need to make it as unequal. So like that some number, 4x I wrote 4x. So the fraction is 3 by 4. So another number 5y I wrote, that is minus 4 by 5, different. So of course, and write some number. Then you are getting intersecting lines. Means you focus on the ratios. Ratios A1 by A2 not equal to B1 by B2, you make like that. Then you will get intersecting lines. Clear? Okay. Then sometimes you will get like this question. 3x plus 4y is equal to 5 and 2x minus ky equal to 6. We will make it as 6 and here we can make another number 7. Okay, simply 2 equations I wrote, that much only. See, 3x plus 4y is equal to 5 and 6x minus ky is equal to 7. It says they do not have a solution. No solution, they are parallel lines. Then what will be the value of k? We can do. Since it is given no solution, we know A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. Clear? No solution. So A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 not equal to C1 by C2 is there. We can take this equality to solve for k. 3 by 6 is equal to 4 by minus k. B1 4, B2 minus k. 3 and 6 we can cancel 3, make it into short form. 1 3s are 3, 2 3s are 6. Then cross multiply. Minus k equal to 4 2s are 8. So we got k equal to minus 8. Got it? Like this we will solve for k. We will apply the theory. Which theory? The coefficients comparison, ratios of coefficients. Clear? The next question. 3x plus 2y is equal to 7 and kx plus 6y is equal to 3. and it is given they are having unique solution. See, for unique solution what we studied? A1 by A2 not equal to B1 by B2. So, A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. What is A1, A2? 3 and K. So, we are getting 3 by K is equal to 2 by 6, not equal to 2 by 6. 2 and 6 we can cancel common factor, 1 2s are 2, 3 2s are 6. So, we got 3 by K equal to 1 by 3. Cross multiply. K into 1, K not equal to 3 3s are 9. See, we got K not equal to 9. So, what are the values of K? K can be any other real number except 9. So, we will write K not equal to 9, or we will write K equal to any real number other than 9. Clear? Okay. Like this questions will come for examination. Then next, we are going to solve the pair of linear equations. First method is graphical method. I told graphical method already in the first class, means means the lines we drawn, and after that the intersection point we found. That way we are finding the solution for pair of linear equations. Some word problems are there in that exercise. Some questions are directly given solved by using graphical method. So, what you need to do to solve? You need to draw the graph of both straight line. Sometimes they will intersect, that is their common solution. Sometimes they will go parallel, no solution. Sometimes they will coincide each other. So, infinitely many solution. Okay, and you know how to draw the straight line, I am not repeating now. Some word problems are there in that exercise. One problem is given like this: a rectangular garden, its half of its perimeter is given 36 and length is given 4 more than the breadth. Find the length and breadth. See, what is given? One rectangular garden. We can write L and B are the length and breadth of this rectangular garden, and it is given, what is perimeter of rectangle? 2 into L plus B. It is given half of the perimeter is 36. So, what is half of the perimeter? Yes, L plus B. This is given 36. Half of perimeter is given 36. One more point is given, that is length is 4 more than its width. How we will write length is 4 more than its width in by using notations? L equal to 4 plus width is B. Okay. So, the equations you can use by L and B instead of X and Y, or if you want you can use with the X and Y itself. Instead of L you give X, instead of B you can give Y. We got two equations. One equation is L plus B is equal to 36 and the other equation is L minus B. I took this minus plus B to this side, so it will come minus B is equal to 4. Got two equations. Then by using graph we can solve it. In the graph paper you draw x axis, y axis and draw the straight line L plus B is equal to 36, you will get one straight line. Draw this L minus B is equal to 4 also, then that two straight line will intersect some points. That point is our solution. You can mark in the x axis length L, you can mark in the x axis, and breadth you can mark in the y axis. I believe you will do alone. Very good. Then next, that means algebraic methods to solve pair of linear equations. Few methods are there to solve. First method is substitution method and the next one is elimination method and cross multiplication method. Among that one, first one we can take, that is substitution method. One problem is given like this: x plus y is equal to 14 and x minus y is equal to 4. Two equations are given, simple equations. And the method I am going to explain how we will do substitution method. Very carefully you listen, then get it. Okay. Put this as first equation and this one as second equation. And either from the first equation or from the second equation, you write x equal to or y equal to. What I told? From first equation or from second equation, we need to write either x equal to or y equal to. That is our choice. So, I am taking second equation from here. Second equation gives us x equal to 4 plus y. See, minus y is going to that plus 4. And put this value, put x equal to 4 plus y in the first equation. Since we started from the second equation, from second equation we wrote x equal to in terms of y. That value of x we are substituting in the other equation, that means in the first equation here. Substitute here, first equation is x plus y equal to 14. So, instead of x we are going to give 4 plus y. So, 4 plus y equal to 14. We are getting 4 plus 2y is equal to 14. So, 2y is equal to 10. So, y equal to 5. We got the value of y equal to 5. Then one more variable is there not to solve. How we will get the value of x? X is 4 plus y. So, x is equal to 4 plus y. Instead of y we can substitute 5. We got y equal to 5. So, we are getting x is equal to 9. So, the final answer you need to write x equal to 9, y equal to 5 is the solution of the pair of linear equation. Clear? Okay. Then one more question. Two equations are given like this: 3x plus 2y is equal to 6, 2x plus 4y is equal to 16. Okay, we can solve. What we will do? We will give first equation and the second equation. Either from the first equation or from the second equation, we will write x or y. So, we can write y because previous question we wrote x now. So, here we can write y. From the first equation we can write 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. So, in the next step 2y is equal to 6 minus 3x. So, y equal to 6 minus 3x by 2. So, y equal to 6 minus 3x by 2 we are substituting in the second equation. Put this value in the second equation. So, second equation comes 2x plus y is 4 into y is 6 minus 3x by 2 equal to 16. From the first equation we wrote y equal to 6 minus 3x by 2. That value we substituted in the second equation. Then here see 2 we can cancel. So, we are getting 2x plus 2 6 are 12 minus 2 3s are 6x equal to 16. 2x minus 6x is minus 4x equal to 16 minus 12. So, minus 4x is equal to 16 minus 12 is 4. So, x is equal to minus 1. Okay. Then, what about y? Y is equal to 6 minus 3x by 2. So y equal to 6 minus 3 into minus 1 by 2. So it is 6 plus 3 by 2, that is equal to 9 by 10. 4x plus 5y is equal to 9. 3x plus 2y is equal to 5. What we will do? We will give this as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2. And from the first equation or from the second equation we need to write x or y. So from the first equation I am going to write. From equation number 1 we can write y. So 5y is equal to 9 minus 4x. So we are getting y is equal to 9 minus 4x by 5. Put this value in the second equation. Second equation gives 3x plus 2 into 9 minus 4x by 5 equal to 5. Instead of y we replaced this value. Then solve for x. See, this is an equation including x only. Solve for x. Denominator is there no 1 5. How can we remove this denominator? We can add, then take to that side, the denominator will go. Or you can multiply this with 5, then this denominator will go. So we can do that one. Within one step denominator will disappear. Multiplying by 5, this equation is going to multiply by 5. What do you mean by equations multiplying by a constant number? Each term in the equation we need to multiply. So I am going to multiply by 5. This term into 5 is 15x plus 2 into 9 minus 5x by 5 into 5. This 5 and this 5 will cancel. So we will get 2 into 9 minus 4x equal to 5 5s are 25. So we multiplied by 5 for this term and the second term and the right side also. Then remove the bracket. 15x plus 18 minus 2 4s are 8x equal to 25. 15x minus 8x is 7x. 7x is equal to 25 minus 18. 25 minus 18 is 7. Then 7x equal to 7, so x is equal to 1. 7 by 7 we are getting x equal to 1. Then we need the value of y. It is given, means we wrote y is equal to 9 minus 4x by 5. So 9 minus 4 into 1 by 5. 9 minus 4 is 5, 5 by 5, so we are getting y also 1. So the solution comes x equal to 1 comma y is equal to 1. I think you got the idea. Substitution method. From one equation we are writing x or y, that value we are substituting in the other equation. Clear? Okay. Then one problem. 3x plus 2y is equal to 3. 6x plus 4y equal to 6. I wrote two equations. We need to solve for x and y. See these equations. What we need to do first, from the first equation or from the second equation we need to write x or y. So from the first equation I am writing 2y is equal to 3 minus 3x. So y is equal to 3 minus 3x by 2. This value substituting in this equation. So 6x plus 4 into 3 minus 3x by 2 equal to 6. 4 and 2 we can cancel 2. So denominator has gone. 6x plus 2 3s are 6 minus 2 into 3 is 6x equal to 6. Plus 6 and minus 6 becomes 0. We got 6 equal to 6. See, we are not able to solve for x and y. From the step x has vanished, isn't it? But we got a true statement. This statement is true. 6 equal to 6 correct statement, but we are not able to solve for x and y, unable to solve for x and y. Why it happened so? See this equation, I purposefully wrote this as coincident lines. 3 into 2 6, 2 into 2 4, 3 into 2 6. So for coincident lines we cannot solve because there are infinitely many solutions. We are not able to solve for any value, isn't it? Infinite xy values are there. Means on the straight line every values are the common solution to both the equations. So how we will conclude after reaching here? When you got a statement which is true, 6 equal to 6, which is a true statement, and we are unable to solve for x and y, we will write they are having infinitely many solution. Clear? And another example. If it is 9x plus 6y is equal to 5. Going to solve this equation. From the first equation we can write y equal to 3 minus 3x by 2. Put this value in the second equation. 9x plus 6 into 3 minus 3x by 2 equal to 5. This we can cancel. 9x plus 3 3s are 9 minus 3 3s are 9x equal to 5. Plus 9x minus 9x cancelled. So we are getting 9 equal to 5. See, 9 equal to 5 we got, which is a false statement. Why it happened so? Because that two equations do not have a solution. For these two equations no solution. That is why we reached a false statement while doing substitution method. Clear? And see, for substitution method in that exercise few problems are there. All the problem you need to do. Graph I have given excuse because same ideas is repeating. Here numerical calculation is coming, means algebraic calculations are coming. So you have to do all the questions from that exercise, substitution method. Clear? Then one question you can see like this. One equation is given 2x plus 3y is equal to 3, and another one equation is given 4x plus 9y is equal to 7. I simply wrote will not get a nice number, fraction or fraction will come sometimes. One question is there, means I am giving the hint to do that question. It is given find the value of m in y equal to mx plus c. Mx plus one number is given 2. How will you find the value of m? Before finding the value of m, you need to solve for x and y. That x and y we will get from these two equations. Understood? That x and y you are substituting here, you will get an equation including m only, then you will be able to solve for m. Like that one question is there in that exercise. Okay. Then word problems are there. One problem is given like this. A taxi charge. Taxi charge taking a fixed amount plus additional amount for distance covered. What I told? Taxi charge coming like this. There is a fixed amount and additional amount for the distance covered. According to the distance, according per kilometer some amount extra is taking other than a fixed amount. And it is given while travelling 10 kilometer, one person travelled 10 kilometer and he has to pay 105 rupees. Another one situation, that is if we travel 15 kilometer, we have to pay 155 rupees. How this 155 is coming? Fixed amount plus according to the kilometer extra charge. And the same way 10 kilometer, for 10 kilometer 105 rupees. How this 105 is coming? Fixed amount plus for 10 kilometer additional charge. So we can take fixed rate, fixed charge is equal to x. and the charge per kilometer, we can take it as y. So the first person, how long he travelled? 10 kilometer. So how much he has to pay per kilometer, that means how much money he has to pay? 10 y. For 1 kilometer, y rupees. So for 10 kilometer, 10 y rupees he has to pay. Plus some additional fixed charge is there, that is x. So from the statement, means for 10 kilometer 105 rupees. For that statement, we are writing like this: x plus 10y equal to 105. Why? Fixed amount anyway we need to pay, because taxi charging like that. Fixed amount plus additional charge for according to the kilometer. So x we have to pay, plus how long he travelled? 10 kilometer he travelled. For each kilometer, per kilometer y rupees. So for 10 kilometer 10 y rupees. Together it is coming 105 rupees. Same way we can explain x plus 15y is equal to 155. So we made the linear equations. Then solve for linear equation. Question is given actually, what is the amount for 25 kilometer? Okay. So we can solve it by using substitution method. From this one we can write x. From the first equation, x is equal to 105 minus 10y. Put this value in the second equation. 105 minus 10y plus 15y equal to 155. See, this is x. X is replaced with 105 minus 10y. Then 105 is going to that side. Minus 10y plus 15y, together it is 5y, equal to 155 minus 105, that is equal to 50. 155 minus 105 is 50. So we are getting y is equal to 50 by 5, that is 10. So 10 rupees for each kilometer. Okay. Then we need to find the value of x. X equal to 105 minus 10y. So x is equal to 105 minus 10 into 10, that is 100. So 105 minus 100 is 5. So we got fixed amount is 5 rupees and per kilometer the amount is 10 rupees. And the question asks how much amount we need to pay if it is 25 kilometer. What is the amount? X plus 25y is the total amount. We got x is equal to 5 plus 25 into 10. So we are getting 5 plus 250. So 255 rupees. Like this word problems are there in that exercise. We will explain one more word problem. It is given a fraction becomes 9 by 11. A fraction becomes 9 by 11 when we add both the numerator and denominator by 2. So numerator adding 2, denominator also we are adding 2, that time the fraction become 9 by 11. Okay. So let us take the fraction is equal to x by y. X is the numerator and y is the denominator. So the fraction is x by y. While adding 2 on the numerator and denominator, we will get it as 9 by 11. Like this one situation is given. We can make it as standard form. Cross multiply. 11x plus 22 equal to 9y plus 18. Take 9y to here. 11x minus 9y equal to 18 minus 22. So we are getting 11x minus 9y is equal to minus 4. 18 minus 22. Okay, we got one equation. 11x minus 9y equal to minus 4. And one more statement is given. For that fraction, If we add 3 on the numerator and denominator, the fraction become 5 by 6. How we will write that sentence? We know the fraction is x by y. If we add 3 on the numerator and denominator, it will come x plus 3 by y plus 3. That is same as 5 by 6. It is given like this. This also we can make in that form. Cross multiply. 6 into x 6x plus 6 into 3 18 equal to 5y plus 15. 6x minus 5y equal to 15 minus 18, that is minus 3. See, we got the second equation as 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 3. So, both equations are ready. Then we need to solve for x and y. From the first equation we can write x equal to 11x is equal to minus 4 plus 9y. So, x is equal to minus 4 plus 9y by 11. Put that value in the second equation. 6 into minus 4 plus 9y by 11 minus 5y equal to minus 3. See, denominator is there, it will not cancel. So, we can multiply throughout this equation by 11 to avoid this denominator. So, 6 into minus 4 plus 9y minus 5 into 11 is 55y equal to minus 3 into 11 is minus 33. Multiply 6 into minus 4 minus 24 plus 6 9s are 54y minus 55y equal to minus 33. 54y minus 55y is minus 1y equal to minus 33 plus 24. 24 plus which number is 33? 9. So, we are getting minus y is equal to minus 9. Therefore, y equal to 9. We got the value of y equal to 9. And we need x. So, put here the value of y equal to 9. We will get the value of x. This is equal to minus 4 plus 9 into 9 divided by 11. 9 9s are 81. 81 minus 4 is 77 by 11. So, it is equal to 7. So, we got the value of x is equal to 7 and y equal to 9. We took the fraction as x by y. So, we are getting 7 by 9. X value is 7 and y value is 9. Like this we are solving. Like this word problems are there, all the problem you have to do. So, up to substitution method we completed and the next method we can discuss in the next class. Okay children.